Hey, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going over my November sinking fund setup. We're going to talk a little bit about what's changing, and gonna just go ahead and start. So for November, the sinking funds, if you're new here, we keep these in Capital One 360, and what I decided to do, I don't know, a couple of months ago, was to start showing you guys just a visual representation with cash, with prop money. So I do that week over week, and I will be doing a cash stuffing for our November sinking funds here in the next video. But I do want to show you kind of how I keep track and what I do. I also, so this is, for prosperity, to get kind of look back on. But I do also have kind of like not a cheat sheet, but a template that I use off camera, just on a spiral notebook, where I kind of, a mock spread. And I love this ruler because I use this blue line here to kind of line up and show kind of where my lines are. Things that are going to be changing for the month of November are, I'm not going to continue to fund the school sinking fund. If you've followed me before, you know that I talk about this all the time. We were in a district that charged us for like a lot of extras that they didn't get because it was a, affluent area. They didn't get a lot of funding from the state, and therefore they asked for a lot of participation from the parents. Where we moved to, we don't have that issue, and as a result they get a lot of state funding, and it just seems like the programs aren't as great, but also we're not having to put anything from our pocket. You still have like school pictures, and let's go ahead and zoom you guys in. You still have school pictures, fundraisers, books, Scholastic. I have now after school care, but I'm not spending as much as I was at that other school. And I think I did a school breakdown of how much I spent last year, and it was a crazy amount. So I was putting $250 a month towards that sinking fund, because that's how much I was spending for the year. But now we're not having to do that. And so what I've decided to do is to just keep the balance there, not add to it, and see how much we spend. Because what I'm doing is I'm actually doing the daycare out of our budget. All right, the other thing, so we were putting $100 to school, so I'm going to take $50 from that, put it towards a couple other funds. So the first one we do is birthdays, and originally this one was $50, but now it's going to be $100. The next category is car maintenance, and I think for January you're going to see a new category sinking fund for new car, because I want to buy a new car, but I don't want to buy a new car, or you know what I mean, like a new to us car. So I may start saving. Since I have this new job, I don't even know how much I'm going to be making, so I thought I'd wait. Car, DMV, that gets $40 towards tags and registration. Christmas, that gets $100. That seems pretty on track on how much we spend. Date night gets $25. We need to spend in this category. We haven't gone anywhere. Our emergency fund, I put this here. I don't share it with you guys, but I do put a washi over it when I do fill it out, in case I'm showing stuff on camera. Haircuts get $60, and we'll go ahead and fill in the start and the balances at the end of the month. So when you take a look at our closeout video, you'll see the starting balance. But I'm filming this before the end of the month, so I don't have the ending balances of the previous month with the interest included to have the start balance, if that makes sense. Life Happens is $75. This Life Happens is not in Capital One 360. This is in our Wells Fargo, and it's just for that. For when life happens and I need to get to it quicker, you know, with 360, it does take a couple of days for it to transfer. And I'm okay with that because a lot of the times I'm just putting it on a credit card and I can wait a couple of days for it to transfer. Kids clothes is 50. Kids miscellaneous is 50. I do need to start pulling cash here on the miscellaneous because we do, you know, buy the kids some stuff on the weekends and things like that. That is actually in cash and not in credit card. Medical, this goes towards prescriptions and co-pays. Pest control, that actually will be coming out here for the month. Depends when it hits, but I did have pest control last week come. That is 40. They come quarterly, and it's around 110, so I save like 120. Property taxes. Property taxes, I'm so excited. We just got them, and we can actually pay the full amount and not have to split it up in two. I feel like I could say this to you guys because you understand if you're budgeting and, you know, we're mortgage free and debt free, and it's just such a beautiful feeling. Like, honestly, I know it sounds so silly, but I started crying yesterday because I just feel so blessed to be able to do this. We are still going to be putting money aside, but I need in the new year to recalculate this because we will be having money in our Capital One. We almost have enough in our Capital One to fund 2 years worth, and my heart is just so full. I can't even express to you, and I hope that you guys get to this point too if you own a home. Okay, school. While I'm not funding the school, I do want to keep track on the balances and what's coming out. Sports. This is the one that we started adding more, so it's now got 100 that we're adding to it. Summer is also getting 100. And vacation, I need to start funding this because we need to go somewhere sometime soon, maybe next year in the new year. All right, we've got home maintenance, and I do separate this out in here. It does have a separate savings account. If you want to know, all these have separate savings account in Capital One 360. I don't have them in one. I know it's two schools of thought. So we have the rental and our home. This one gets 100. This one gets 250. If you caught my budget with me video, you'll know that we're not making any money on the condo right now. It's quite sad. But it'll get there. It'll get there. Okay, I always end this video saying, okay, that's it. We're set up. But then I forget to do my Sinking Funds tracker. So I'm just going to set that up with you guys today. Excuse me. And I do like, and the reason I never used to do this Sinking Funds tracker, but when you go back and you're just looking at how much money came out of these categories, you're like, okay, but what exactly did we spend money on? Like, was it copays? Was it prescriptions? Was it, oil changes? Or like, I don't know. I just wanted a little more meat, so to speak. I think, let me see how I set it up last time. I just like the detail to go back into. So for the month of October, I guess I should have put it on this side. I think because a lot of people don't like to write against the coil, and I don't either. And since I only do it once, I usually do it on this side. Darn it. All right, live and learn. Okay. I did do it on the first line. Okay, that's fine. All right. So we're going with date, amount, the fund name, so like medical, school clothes, whatever, and then description. And I think that's it. And then we will just put a line underneath it. Yeah, that's it. Pretty simple. But I did want to do that on camera because I think for the last 2 months I actually haven't done it on camera. All right. So that is our sinking funds. If you have any questions as to anything that's changed, or how we use Capital One 360, I love talking about Capital One 360. Drop me a note down below. Let me know, did you change anything? Do you have sinking funds for holidays other than Christmas? I did see, I think it's Intentional Living. She has a holidays one, which, or seasons, I forget what she calls it, but it makes a lot of sense, like pumpkin patches, Easter, whatever. Maybe one day, maybe that's what we'll do. But for now, I just put that in my unexpected category. Even though it's expected, right? All the holidays come. All right. My house is getting crazy loud, and I just want to go ahead and get this out. But hopefully you'll stick around for the next one with our cash stuffing video for November, where we show you visually what this looks like with dollars, prop money. I hope you consider sticking around. I hope you've stayed this long and you give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.